Happy New Year, Libra. How are you guys? I'm really sorry that this video is coming late. But this is going to be your yearly 2019 love and general reading. All right. Now, this reading is for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising Mars, and Venus. And if you are interested in a personal reading, please go to the description box below where all my details are. Okay. So let's look at what sort of energies that you will be leaving behind in 2018. I wonder how that year was for you guys. I wonder if it served you well. But let's take a look at what sort of energies you guys will be leaving behind in 2018. All right, so we have the Tower card and the Star card. We also have, from my Oracle deck, Love Your Inner Goddess, Oracle cards to express your divine feminine spirit by Alana Fairchild. We have the Beautiful Bandit in the reverse. And we also have Medicine Wisdom in the reverse. Now let's start off with these two cards first, right? The Tower and the Star. You guys may have broken up with someone. There was something that came to an abrupt end in 2018. Something that shook you to the core. And I feel like you guys had to gain some sort of healing over it. All right, you could have been dealing with an Aries person, or maybe you could have let go of an Aries person, but I feel more so than an actual person, there was a situation, you know, that required you to gain some sort of healing. And you don't want to look back on that. I don't feel you've whatever this situation was, it really shook you to the core. You know, and you had to do a massive 360 in order to get to this, to heal. Okay, this could have come, you know, around the ending of the year, or for some of you like March or April times, or something that shook your world, something that really upset you. And saying upset just makes it sound, you know, it's just given that. I don't feel like it was something, I think it was something catastrophic. That's what I feel like it was. All right. I don't feel like saying upset you gives what happened to you any justice, but I do feel like you have all healed from this, or, you know, are coming towards the ending of your healing from this, trying to balance out yourself. And you don't want to revisit this, Libra. You do not want to visit this. Some of you could have been an Aries person. Something happened with this Aries person in 2018. And, you know, you gained some sort of healing from it. We have the Star card. Some of you could have been dealing with an Aquarius as well. Or some of you could have left a relationship with an Aries and then met an Aquarius. Something along them lines. But I feel like it was so, you know, powerful. Whatever this thing was, it requires you to focus on yourself, focus on your healing. Okay? And it may have taken you 9 months from, you know, this incident that occurred for you to heal. All right. We also have Beautiful Bandit, and it's in the reverse. And it's this number 29. And I feel like because it's number 29, 9 and 2 is 11. Some of you could have left a twin flame relationship with someone. And, you know, you may have felt as though, I feel like it was very painful for you to do. Okay. And you may have felt like you had to start from scratch. You may have felt as though I have to start my healing, my, you know, finding myself. I'm feeling finding my purpose. Maybe you and this person, if you've broken up with this person, were like joint to the hip. And when they left you, it's almost like you had a sense of trying to find yourself again, now that this person wasn't with you. And we also have Medicine Woman, and it's numbered 28. Again, 2 and 8 is 10. Take away the 0 is 1. So I feel like some of you may have come out of 2018 single, okay, getting over this hurt. And I feel like you had gotten over this pain in 2018. Most of 2018 was mainly healing from this pain. And for some of you, I feel like you've broken up with someone, and this person was like a star to you. This person was like a twin flame to you. This person had a lot of charisma. but you went through a period, sorry, of self-healing. Um, and for some of you, you may still be going through that healing, because medicine woman to me is about, you know, this card comes with a book, but I'm going to channel it my way, right? This is to me about someone that is going through self-healing, someone that's trying to heal themselves, because it's in the reverse. I feel like for some of you, you haven't faced the issues head on. You just want to forget about it. You don't want to face it. All right. That's why it's in the reverse. It hurt you so much to the point that you can't even revisit that. Even thinking about that, you know, just does not make you feel good. I'll say, in regards to that, because I'm getting some funny sensations in my stomach as I say that, I'm getting in regards to that is sometimes in order to move on from something, we have to face it, as painful as it may be. And maybe you can do that by seeing a counselor, or even writing out your thoughts and feelings, or crying about the situation, crying it out, getting it out, not holding it in, because I feel like some of you are still holding it in and you don't want to revisit it. And we have beautiful bandits. So some of you may not, again, be going through that phase. I feel like some of you have healed from it. Others of you don't want to face it. And others of you are trying to find yourself outside of this relationship. And, you know, it's like learning to love yourself again. Okay. But you want to leave this behind. You may have experienced this already, but I feel like some of you want to leave this behind, want to leave behind the fact that you weren't loving yourself, and you want to go into this new year loving yourself, want to leave behind the fact that you didn't face the situation. Maybe you sense that, you know, it was the right thing for me to end this relationship with this person. Maybe some of you want to go into the new year facing the situation head on, analyzing the situation, the role you played, the role the other person played, and continuing with your self-healing. Okay, so that's for some of you. Now let's take a look at what will you be carrying moving forward in 2019. And we have the 10 of Cups, very positive card. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancerian person. All right, I feel like some of you will be moving forward with a relationship. So some of you could have ended this relationship with someone and, you know, moved forward with a new partner that could be of a water sign, right? Now, you may have met this person last year, like maybe October, November times. So the situation with the other person could have occurred earlier on in the year, and you went through a period of self-healing, and then you met this other person. So I do see this thing continuing with a new partner. All right. You could have, you know, you and this person could have children separately, or, you know, when you're with this person, they could bring out your inner child and you can bring out their inner child. But I feel like there's a lot of happiness that you feel with this person. You feel as though you're free. You feel as though finally I can be myself. Maybe before you felt that you couldn't be yourself. All right. And it's like you're seeing the light again, because whatever happened to you, and I don't want to keep talking about that, but whatever happened to you, I feel like there was a certain sort of dark cloud hanging over your head, but now this person makes you see the light, because as you can see, there's a rainbow there. So this person brings back positivity into your life, and part of that positivity is through your own self-healing yourself. But combined it together with this person's energy, I feel like you both bring the light for the relationship and for each other. Okay, so this is very beautiful, and you want to continue with this theme. Okay, and for some of you, this is what you want. This is what you crave moving forward. You want to meet someone. You want to settle down with someone. You want to have children with someone. Okay, that's one of your main goals for this year, meeting the one. All right, so the aspirations for the year ahead and what you want to achieve. All right, so what you want to achieve is to make an offer to someone. We have the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you do want to make an offer. Again, some of you may have your eye on someone, and others of you, I feel like, you know, you're open to offers as well. You're open to what may come, what, you know, the universe or God may bring to you. So you're open to offers, because I feel like you do want this. You do want to settle down. You do want stability. So you may feel like, in order for me to get that, I need to be open to offers. Not to say that you're just going to go with any Tom, Dick or Harry or Sally or Susie, but at the same time, you're being very open-minded, and you're willing to offer, to make offers to people as well, which is very very good actually. I feel for some of you also that you may be wanting to change jobs as well. You could start a new job, and some of you could be starting a job in a new position whereby you're starting at the bottom, but you want to work your way up, comes to mind. But I do see a focus on money, a focus on trying to maybe, I don't really see a change in a job. I see more of trying to work your way up in a present job. Okay, but you do want a new beginning, but I feel like this new beginning may take, a while, may take, it could move at a slow pace, but you're willing, you're open to new offers. Okay. And the reason why I feel like it's going to be, starting off slow for some of you is because you know that slow and steady wins the race. Some of you could still be healing from what you went through last year. And it could have been a loss of a job for some of you last year, a loss of a job that you were in a position of power for some of you. And for others of you, it could have been a relationship, but for some of you, it could have been a loss of a job. Maybe some of you got made redundant last year, and it came as a shock. It came out of nowhere, and you were in a position of power. You were a boss, or you were relied upon. People looked up to you in that job, and that job was taken away abruptly. And now it's like you're starting from the bottom and working your way through to the top again. All right. Now let's see. What will empower you during the year? This is a new system that I'm using, guys. So I've got a list of the questions that I need to ask. Okay. I really enjoy doing this yearly spread as well. It's very insightful, and I just find it fun. I've done it like for the other 11 signs, and yeah, I just find it very fun and interesting. But anyway, what will empower you during the year? So this is what will empower you during the year. All right. We also have the Chariot. So you could be dealing with a Cancerian, or a Cancerian could be of importance to you. And we also have the Nine of Swords. Okay. So what will empower you during the year? The Chariot in reverse. I feel like looking at this card, you may feel as though you don't want to move forward with feeling this way. You don't want to move forward with feeling stress and having anxiety, which is understandable, okay? Because you come out of a period of, this shock that you went through in 2018. I don't want to keep referring to it, but it just keeps tying up with what's happening here. It really, really affected you mentally, physically, all right? And you do not want to revisit that. So that's why we have this. And I feel like that in order to get what you want and to move away from that, pain and, unbearable, trauma that you went through, you do not want to revisit that. You do not want to, and maybe it could be with an air sign person. Maybe some of you could have been dealing with a Libra, all right? A Libra, a Gemini, an Aquarius, and you do not want to revisit that because you poured so much emotions into the situation. You may have cried a lot, and it could be an Aquarius, because remember we have the Star card in the beginning. So you don't want to revisit the pain and the loss of what you lost. Okay, so you don't want to revisit that. Maybe some of you do not want to go back to an old job. You might have left a job, and maybe they could have called you back, and you don't want to revisit that. There's something that you don't want to revisit, and you're using the pain as a guide to push you forward. And that's what I feel. You don't want to go into that sort of energy again. Okay, that's why we've got the Chariot in reverse, and that's what you're going to use to fuel you. You're going to use the pain that you felt to fuel you to move forward. All right, that's fantastic, guys. And that's sometimes always the case, isn't it? When we've had a painful experience and we remember, not all the time, but we remember how it made us feel, it kind of navigates us to move away from a person, a situation, not in all cases, but in some cases, once we've learned that lesson anyway. All right. And I feel for some of you, you've learned that lesson quickly and you don't want to experience that pain again. Now let's look at what energy can you harness in 2019. And we have the Ace of Wands. Fantastic. So this is indicating to me that you want a brand new passionate beginning, a passionate new beginning, you know, in terms of your love life, in terms of your career. And I feel like some of you could be starting on a new creative project. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because because Wands card is all about passion and creativity, and also the Page of Pentacles is starting something new, starting small. So some of you guys could just think to yourself, let me work on my own project. But you're starting off small, but you have hopes to, bring this situation into something, bigger than what it is now, right? So you do have a lot of high hopes, and some of you, like I said, could have a creative project. Some of you could want this new relationship that you're in to be very passionate throughout the year. All right. And this is the energy that you must harness throughout the year. So you need to display your more passionate side this year. You need to come out of your shell. If obviously, if you've been through a very turbulent situation and you're healing, these things will take time. But this is saying that you need to harness this energy of the Ace of Wands, being passionate, displaying your passionate side, whether that's in work, in your relationship, not being afraid. There's a new beginning, I feel. And this is saying also that you'll be given a chance of having a new beginning, and take any opportunities that you have as a new beginning, and not be reminded of the past, not fear that what happened in the past will happen again with this new job or new relationship. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. So I do see that what will help you to harness this year, your creativities this year, is by focusing, working diligently. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, right? So working diligently, focusing on your projects, maybe planning out, and just remaining focused, not letting anything sidetrack you. Okay, so you need to, and even if it's a relationship, not to say be consumed by the relationship, but just focus on the relationship, on the person's wants and needs. Okay, listen to what they have to say as well as listen to your own. Okay, but working on your partnership, and I see that this is what you want anyway. This is one of your main goals for this year, is to find stability, to settle down, and maybe for some of you to have a child, your first child. But this is saying to work on a partnership, be focused on it. Okay, we also have the King of Wands. So some of you could be, some of you could be with a Leo male, right? Or you could be a Leo female, but King of Wands is a Leo male to me. So in order to, what will empower you during the year, this person may empower you this year, this King of Wands, this Leo male. All right, this person may bring out your more passionate side, I feel, and make you remember, how you once were in the past. And maybe some of you may have forgotten about that because of what you went through. But this person is going to be of importance for you this year. Okay, this person could be very charismatic, engaging, very passionate. And I feel like you may work together on a project, or this person may energize you as well and make you see that, this is the sort of energy that I should be embodying as well. This person could own their own business, and, by aligning yourself with them, they could then help you with your business. Okay, or they could help you by showing you how to get contacts, how to network with others. Okay, but I do feel like this King of Wands will be of importance to you this year. You could be working on a partnership with this King of Wands. All right, we also have Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like you need to harness the energies of the Queen of Pentacles, focusing on your pentacles. This woman is sitting comfortably. She's content. She's comfortable. She has accumulated wealth. So I do feel like whatever project that you're doing, or if it's a new job, you need to focus on that job, because I feel like this job will bring you passion. And I feel like this job will make you, I see that you're going to be starting from the bottom and working your way up to the top. And some of you may get to the top. So this card is almost saying to me, like, fake it until you make it. So act like you are the boss already. If you want to be the boss, act like you are the boss already, because this position is talking about what energies you need to harness this year. So you need to harness the energies of the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Someone that is ambitious, someone that, you know, is charismatic, someone that, you know, goes after their dreams, is very creative, okay? Someone that, Queen of Pentacles, someone that, you know, knows how to nurture themselves as well as nurture others. Someone that is focused on their pentacles and knows how to accumulate wealth and sit and live comfortably, right? We also have the Queen of Wands. We've got a lot of fire cards here. So some of you may have fire in your chart, but I do feel like these are the energies that you have to harness. If you are involved with someone that is a Leo female, a Taurus female, or know a Taurus female, or know a Leo female or a Leo male, what you admire about them, you need to harness as well. What you feel like is, you know, working within their favor. Are they ambitious? Because Leos and Tauruses, they're very ambitious signs, and as well as other signs, but these specific signs, they're very ambitious signs, and you know, they are go-getters, and normally when they say they're going to do something, they do it, and they have a lot of creative flair within them. And you know, these are the qualities that you need to harness as well. So you may have a Leo sister or a Leo brother or a Leo partner, Leo male partner, or a boss that is a Taurus boss. But you need to like look at their attributes. What is it that they do? Not to say copy them or anything like that. You have to be yourself. But there's, you know, there's a formula that you need to harness this year in order to get you what you want. And Leos are very confident as well. Tauruses are very sensual. So maybe combine the two this year. Okay, even though Libras are, because you are ruled by the planet of beauty. So maybe after what happened to you, you may have forgotten that side about yourself, your more sensual side. Because Tauruses and Libras are ruled by Venus, so they're very beautiful looking people generally, and they like beautiful things. So maybe remember that about yourself, harness the beauty within you, and have that driven, you know, side to you, that driven quality like a Leo. So just combine the two together. All right, now we're going to be looking at your focus point of the year. Well, we're going to be looking at 4 different cards, and each cards will demonstrate what will happen generally in like your love life, your relationships with family, friends, as well as health, wealth, spirit, and home. So the first card to come out was the Three of Pentacles. So in terms of love and the Three of Pentacles, I feel like you will be working on a partnership with someone, maybe making that commitment. Some of you could be getting married this year, okay? I feel as well that you and a partner may join together and work on a project together. Some of you could meet a partner at work, a new partner at work, okay? Some of you could be getting married, like I mentioned, or others of you could be seeing a counselor, getting some sort of couple therapy. In terms of friendships and family life, I do see you getting on with your family. I do feel like, you know, you and your siblings or friends will be, you know, communicating well, maybe working on a project together, maybe helping each other out with individual projects. But I do see a meeting of minds between, you know, family members and friends. Okay, that's fantastic. In terms of health, I do feel like you may be consulting someone about your health, maybe seeing a doctor about your health, moving forward, wanting to be more healthy, but trying to gain the information that you need to gain in order to do so, wanting to do it the right way, right? Wealth, I do feel like you may start to acquire some sort of wealth this year. There's some sort of, you may have to see a banker to maybe open up an account because your money is growing now. Others of you could be purchasing something, a new home, something along them lines, right? But I do see money starting to grow. You're going to see the growth of money coming towards you this year, all right? In terms of spirit, I feel like you'll be feeling very spiritually stable in some respect because of you would have sought outside help, maybe from a counselor, or maybe going to the church, talking to a priest, okay? But you want to gain some sort of spiritual balance, I feel. All right, so this could be done in a place where other people use this place of worship. So I'm thinking church. Some of you might start going back to church again this year, and others of you may feel like to see a counselor will help you spiritually. And in order of home, I do see that you may be moving home for some of you, purchasing a new home. you could live with a partner, you could have a child, and you'll be moving home. I'd see three. So there's three people that may be moving a home, or two people may be going to see like a landlord or something to get keys for the home. All right, so let's look at the next card in terms of your love. So we have the Four of Cups. So some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Some of you may feel as though what the person's offering you is not enough, and you may be focusing on other things or other people. Okay, so there may be some sort of boredom that plays a part this year in your relationship. You may feel as though this person's not offering you enough, and you're giving more to this person than they are giving to you. So there may be a sense of unhappiness in the relationship at some point this year. I mean, no relationship's perfect, right? But I do feel like there's going to be a sense of unhappiness. You may feel like you're offering more emotions to this person than they're offering to you. If that is the case, then it's worth maybe explaining this to the person and talking about your upset, because this guy looks very, very sad, but he's not saying anything, but if that is the case, then maybe just say to your partner, look, I feel like it's imbalanced. I'm doing more and I don't like it. It's making me unhappy, because you want to get away from that feeling of unhappiness and mental torture and overthinking. You want to get away from that. So maybe speaking up, sharing your emotions, and if this does occur, that may help you guys, right? Also, I feel like in terms of friendships and relationships, you may just keep close to a few friends, and maybe distance yourself from other friends, because you may feel like some friends, you've outgrown some friendships, and these friendships have nothing really to offer you anymore. They may be negative friends that you want to get rid of. You may feel like anything what are they gonna talk about now? What they, you might have that sort of feeling. I'm laughing. I'm really sorry, guys, but I'm just looking at the man's face, and he's just that. In terms of friendships, I'm just feeling that you guys may be thinking that, like, I need to get rid of some of these friends. They're just negative. They're toxic, right? And you will focus on friends that you feel that are beneficial to you, and that you feel can enhance your spiritual growth. You don't want to align yourself with people that you feel are negative anymore. Okay. Also, in terms of your health, I feel like you guys need to drink more water. You may need to drink more water this year and spend more time in greenery to help boost your health, help boost how you feel. All right. Maybe going for walks in the park and drinking a lot of water. Okay. And being outdoors as well. Now, in terms of your spirit, I feel like you'll be, trying to get more spiritually balanced. Again, getting rid of anyone that you feel that is negative, that, does not enhance you spiritually. Okay, so you'll just be only focusing on people or situations or things that enhance you spiritually. You will cut out toxic individuals, I feel, as well as toxic environments, and just focus on things that are positive, or try and focus on things that are positive. And in terms of your home, some of you guys may not like an offer that you're given of a home, and maybe focusing on a home from the past, or maybe looking at other homes. I feel like there's going to be a lot of options around homes. So maybe you could be looking at different homes this year and turning down some homes in favor of a home that you do prefer. So that's quite positive. Now let's look at this card. We have Six of Wands. Now, in terms of love, I feel like you and your partner will be very victorious this year. So you'll have some sense of victory with your partner, if you are with a partner. For others of you that are single, I feel like you will meet that person that you feel could be the one. All right. You could be dealing with a Leo. You may meet a Leo person, right? Or you could be dealing with a Leo already. But I feel like you and your partner will have some sort of victory, and you will feel as though, finally I've got that relationship that I seek, or finally things are working out between two of us. That's what I feel. I feel that there's going to be a lot of joy and abundance together. And when I say abundance, I don't mean just money. I mean in terms of like sharing of, exciting times together. And I feel like all eyes will be on you as well with this person, because you're both strong in your own right. That's what I feel. Okay. In terms of friendships, I feel like your friendships will be very beneficial. because you may feel to yourself that I've isolated all the negative and toxic ones, and now I'm only aligning myself with people that are resonating of the same frequency as me, i.e. being, positive. And, some of you may align yourself with friends that are in high positions. Some of you may have friends that are in high positions. And maybe because you'll be embodying the energies of this sort of king and queen of wands, you may find yourself in that sort of position of power where you're now rubbing shoulders with people in this sort of, position as well, right? And in terms of your health, I feel like you'll really be working on your health. Some of you may lose a lot of weight this year or do something, so you have some sort of health makeover, and then a lot of people will be admiring you. How did that go? How did you do that diet? I mean, I don't really believe in diets. I just believe in small portions, right? But you may do something along the lines of, losing a lot of weight, and people are complimenting you. People are asking for your advice. How do you do that? You look so good. And, you'll be getting a lot of compliments, or because you'll be drinking more water, your skin's glowing, and, you're just going to be looking good in your clothes. I feel like some of you guys may decide to lose a lot of weight for some reason, or just maybe start going to the gym to tone up, and you'll just be looking fabulous, and people will be complimenting you, asking you how you did it. Can you give me some tips, right? In terms of your wealth, I feel like whatever you are working on, Libra, is going to gain you victory. So some of you could catapult into the public eye because of this project that you're working on. Others of you can gain a position of power, i.e. become a boss of something. And I see that some of you want to work your way up, and I see that working out for you because people will be looking up to you. Others of you could be in the public eye, and you'll gain a lot of recognition and praise for being in the public eye. All right, people will be admiring you, asking you for advice. You'll be shining. Okay. In terms of your spirit, you'll be feeling spiritually abundant, spiritually happy within yourself, feeling as though you are a co-creator of your own universe. You manifested being in this position, and you can manifest more. So feeling very spiritually powerful. I don't understand why I haven't got the magician, but you'll be feeling very spiritually powerful and realizing your power, really. And in terms of your home, wherever you may be, I feel like if you do decide to move, because I do see a lot of options around home, whatever you choose, you'll feel victorious within that home. It will be the right choice. Okay, that's what I thought. It will be the right choice. And you may do up this house amazingly, but I'm not really getting anything more. But I feel like if you guys do move, it will be the right choice. And if you guys are not moving, you may your home may have a makeover this year. All right. Now let's see what other cards we have. Last card, we have the Sun in the reverse. So this is indicating to me, some of you could be with a Leo, male or female, right? Or you could be with a Cancerian or a Taurus or a Scorpio. This is indicating to me that there's going to be some sort of discord in the relationship because we have the Sun in the reverse. So if you're with a Leo specifically, there might be some sort of discord, some disharmony, some sort of bleak outlook, not feeling hopeful about the situation, the relationship as you once were, right? There's going to be an element of that. In terms of, and I'll say in regards to that, communication is key if that does happen, because I do see you and this person sharing a lot of happy times with each other, right? Being, enjoying each other's company, etc. But there's going to be some sort of discord. In terms of friendship, I do see again that you may have some sort of bleak outlook with certain friends, and that ties in with what I was saying with the Four of Cups. Some of you may decide to get rid of these toxic friends because you're not happy within these friendship groups. Others of you, in terms of your health as well. Okay, so sorry, all of you in terms of your health. I feel like some of you could have some sort of low mood at times. Again, realign yourself, write out your thoughts and feelings, maybe meditate, speak to someone that you trust, or speak to a counselor, because it could be some sort of low mood. I mean, none of us are always 100%. Sometimes you wake up and it's still dark outside, because in England, even when it's like 7 something, it's still dark outside, and you're thinking, wait a minute, like, it's supposed to be morning, what's going on? Because we need the light, right? And this card is in the reverse. The Sun is in the reverse, meaning there's going to be some sort of darkness there. But remember to do things that make you feel happy, right? And I feel like this creative project, makes you feel good. So maybe focusing on that, doing things that make you, you know, come alive, and hanging out with people that make you feel good. If you're having issues with your partner, talk to your friends about it, the ones that you trust, the positive ones, not the negative ones, because they may be the ones saying to you, oh yeah, I knew it wouldn't work out, or something along them lines. You don't want to hear that. You want to speak to people that you can trust, and that you trust their advice, that it's not coming from a place of, you know, negativity, etc. And also, in terms of wealth, I do feel like there's going to be maybe some sort of dip in your wealth. Okay, so maybe just save, keep an eye on your money, and, you know, just know that things will work out soon, I feel. But you just need to be keeping an eye on your money, and maybe not splashing out, maybe not splurging, maybe saving more. I feel saving more. So maybe not buying, you know, going out to the shops and buying the whole lane, you know, just trying to keep an eye on your money and just saving more. Okay, that's what I feel this card is saying to me. In terms of spirit, some of you may be feeling quite spiritually depleted at times, and, you know, fearing, oh, you know, it's not going to work out. Because maybe the situation could be around this Leo person that you could be dealing with, or it could be anyone of another sign. But just maybe keeping the faith, trying to keep the faith. All right. But I do see that there's going to be a sense of being very, you know, low in mood, low in spirit, not, you know, fearing the worst. And I wouldn't say fearing the worst, because you're trying to come out of the energy of the Nine of Swords. But I feel like just having some sort of bleak outlook, and not thinking about the things that are going good for you within the year. And there's a lot of things that are going good for you. I feel like this is more just a dip. Okay. In terms of your home, again, some of you may feel like, you know, I was once happy, but there's something I want to change with my home. If that's the case, then to me, I'm feeling you may have to paint it in a bright color to make yourself feel more alive. You may like the home that you're in, but you may not have decorated it yet. So if that's the case, then maybe, you know, decorating the place with bright, positive colors will help you. All right. Now let's take a look at your focus point of the year ahead. These cards came out. So your focus point of the year ahead is getting over some sort of heartbreak, I feel, with an Aquarius person. And it could be with another Libra. Because I do associate this card with Libra. We have the Three of Swords. So getting over maybe some sort of third party situation. Doesn't have to be, because I don't really see third party in here, except for the Three of Pentacles. But to me, I felt that it was more working on a partnership with someone. So maybe getting over some sort of heartbreak. Could be to do with the fact that there may be a dip in the relationship with your partner throughout the year. And also, your focus point is having a new beginning. So maybe getting over the fact of the heartbreak, maybe from 2018, or the dip that you have with this present partner, and trying to forge ahead with a new, you know, a new plan with how you want the situation to go. Getting over as well the loss of a job for some of you in 2018, and going in a new direction, a new positive direction, taking that leap of faith with that project that you always wanted to do, but you were too scared to do it. And your focus point is, some of you could be carrying a lot of, you know, some of you could have a lot on. So some of you could be balancing out family life, having children, as well as working, starting your own business and your relationship. And some of you could feel burdened about this, okay? If that is the case, remember to prioritize, and remember to save some time for yourself, and remember to take a day off. Like, for instance, if you're doing all of that, or some of you could have two businesses, some of you could be still working for somebody, you know, having a relationship, looking after your children. It could be a lot. So make sure you just, you know, save some time for yourself, like I mentioned before, as well as prioritize what is more important. Obviously, your family will be important for some of you. Obviously, working may be important for some of you. Some of you can have more than 2 jobs and may not have any children, and then have your own business at, you know, at the side as well. So maybe prioritize. Maybe, do I really need these 4 jobs? Or do I really want to work on my creativity? Because I feel like working on your creativity will bring you happiness this year, because you're doing something that you love, and eventually you'll gain money from this as well. So just really prioritize and see what you can put down, and always make time to rest and relax. You know, self-care is very important, guys, okay? So the main focus is taking on a lot this year. Yes, all good, but remember, guys, to prioritize. Reuniting with a soulmate for some of you. And I do see reconciliation. So there'll be some sort of reconciliation this year. Others of you may meet the soulmate of your life this year. And I feel like for some of you, you may want to meet someone from the past. But I feel strongly that, you know, if you and your partner do break up this year, because I do see, if you, especially if you're going to have a Leo, you may break up with them, but there will be a reconciliation. Your focus point is reconciling, it's on reconciling with them. So this could mean that you both decide that you want to try again. Others of you could be focusing on getting them back, but I do see some sort of reconciliation. And this is also a healing card. This is like saying to me that, especially coming from this, the Sun in the reverse, to me it's like a breakup or some sort of dip in the relationship. You'll be trying to move on from that and having a more positive outlook as to how you can move forward with the relationship, which I see you doing, reconciling with this person. So again, if you do have a dip with this person, I don't see it being for long. I do see you sharing your emotions. Remember what I spoke about talking. I do see communication playing key. And you may be traveling afar to see them. So there will be messages sent to this person. You'll be open with your communication. And I also see that you'll be morphing, you know, slowly, because what energy you have to harness is the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands, and also the Ace of Wands, if my memory serves me correctly. So I see you slowly morphing into this and harnessing these energies with the Page of Wands, right? Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, or Aries could be a focus point for you all, a Cancerian, a Aquarius, a Libra, or a Sagittarius. Now, if that's the case as well with the Fool card, in terms of the Aquarius, I feel like some of you may be going back to this Aquarius person, all right, that you left in 2018. Some of you could be going back to them. That's just what's come to me. Now, let's look at what lessons you will learn over the coming year. And we have the Ace of Cups and the Lovers. And when I saw this, I was thinking, really? You have to learn a lesson from the Ace of Cups? What sort of lesson? You know, the lessons you will learn, guys, from looking at these two cups, you could be dealing with a Cancerian or a Gemini, right? Is that you are loved, all right? And I feel like you will understand that by loving yourself, first and foremostly, will bring you the love that you want and that you desire, okay? Because I do see a lot of self-healing going on through here in your reading, as well as I feel like you will also learn that, because before I feel like you felt as though it's not like I felt that you felt as though you wasn't lovable, because I do see you turning a new leaf and seeking this happier ever after. You know what you want, and you're going through the year trying to find that, as well as trying to build yourself back up, right? And you will learn that because of this, because of self-belief, you got what you want. You got that emotional abundance, emotional fulfillment, that relationship, that soulmate relationship. I feel for some of you strongly, this relationship is going to be so beautiful for some of you. Others of you who haven't met this person yet, I feel like this is how it's going to make you feel. Overflowing with happiness, overflowing with love and emotion, right? And because it's talking about the lessons that you will learn, it's also reflecting to me that you know as well that whatever you manifest will come into fruition. And you manifested this person, because this is a love card to me. And you've got this person, okay? And I feel like some of you will manifest a new partner in. This is for the single Libras I'm talking about. You will manifest this partner in. It could be a Gemini. It's going to be a very emotional, passionate connection. Okay? It's going to be a sharing of emotions, a spiritual connection. Okay? One filled with love. One also that is filled with understanding. Okay, empathy, as well as very sexually compatible. So it'll be sexual compatibility as well as emotional compatibility, and you'll feel emotionally fulfilled as well. And you will learn that being by loving yourself will gain you this love from this partner, because you'll be showing this person how to treat you because of the way you're treating yourself. So this is the lesson that I feel that you guys will learn. All right, continuing to love yourself this year, because it will actually help your relationship and will make your partner treat you the way you treat yourself. And that's for those of you that are single, and that's for those of you that are in this partnership already. That's the lesson that you guys need to learn in order to continue to get this union, this meeting of minds, this you know, working on a partnership with someone, wanting to feel loved, wanting to feel respected, wanting to have that intimacy, is having that intimacy and self-love with yourself first. And even if you are with this person, like I said, continuing that theme as well of self-love. I know we talk about that all the time, you know, but at the same time, guys, it really does work. Once we have, it starts off with self-love, right? And once we have that for ourselves, we're able to bring that to us, and people will then treat us the way we treat ourselves. Okay. Now let's move over to what to expect for the year ahead. Like, okay, so we had a few cards that came out. We have the Magician, okay, the Justice card, which is your card, Libra. So you guys could be dealing with a Gemini, a Gemini. Why I say Libra, a Gemini, or you can be dealing with any one of the signs. You also have the Emperor in the reverse, Six of Cups in the reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles. So this is the theme for the year ahead. These are the sort of things that will be happening in the year ahead, and I feel like I've touched upon them anyway. The Magician speaks to me of being able to manifest your own reality, which I feel you will all be harnessing, or learning about harnessing, learning that you are a co-creator of your universe. Whatever you think, you will manifest. Whatever you want, you can be, right? Whatever you want to achieve, you can achieve, all right? And I feel like you guys will be learning that this year, right? That's fantastic. We also have Justice. Yes, you will gain justice this year. You'll gain justice. For some of you, you may get that marriage that you wanted with your partner. For others of you, you may get that commitment that you wanted. You may meet that person that you set your sights on this year, right? You may, because some of you want to go into the year with finding that perfect one, that match, that soulmate. You'll gain justice in that. You'll gain justice if you're moving home, all right? Some of you may gain justice with a work opportunity as well. And whatever you want to co-create, you'll gain justice by that, because I'm pairing the Magician card and the Justice card together. So try and focus on things that you want to bring to you as opposed to things that you don't want, because whatever you do, you will gain justice from that. We also have the Emperor in reverse. So throughout the year, this could be the outcome card as well. Some of you may end a situation with an Aries person, or end a energy about yourself that was like an Aries person. But I feel more so some of you could be ending a relationship with an Aries. Okay, the Emperor is in the reverse. So maybe this Aries person as well may also not act this domineering. It doesn't have to be an Aries person, but this is an Aries card. Someone could maybe change a way of being. Maybe you could change a way of being. And I feel like it is you, because you would have understood that you can co-create your own universe. So not being, restrictive in thought, being free-flowing, not being too, restrictive. I'm feeling restricted, some sort of restrictedness about some restricted energy that you may be carrying. This is why we had these cards about harnessing, the Ace of Wands, harnessing your more creative side. So I feel like once you let down your guard, for some of you, with being restrictive, with being controlling, then you'll be able to express your more creative side, all right? Some of you can go for a period of being single, and I feel like some of you did come into the year being single anyway, and focusing on self-love, because she's loving herself right now, focusing on self-love, focusing on building yourself back up again, making yourself comfortable first and foremostly, right? For others of you, that could be the theme of the year. You may just want to focus on yourself throughout the year, okay? And for others of you, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. So this is almost like thinking about the past, thinking about an issue, a breakup from the past, an old friend, not being able to move on from it. Okay? And like I said, it ties in with this. Some of you may go back to the past, the Fool. Some of you are dealing with an Aquarius. You may go back to the past. Some of you may go back to a job from the past as well. Others of you, I feel like you may go back to an old company that let you go in the past. That's just come to mind. But for some of you, I feel like you may, you may find it hard to move on from the past and go back to it. So this may happen towards the ending of the year, though. Some of you may reconcile with this Aquarian person if you're dealing with them, right? Others of you, it could be this Leo person, because I do see there might be a little bit of a shake-up or a breakup here, and not being able to get over that. But there will be a period of, working through that, being single, working on yourself, co-creating. All right, so let's look at these two cards. We have the Angel of Truth, and it's numbered 42, which is 6. This card speaks about being truthful to yourself as well as to others, speaking your truth, not being fearful. So I do see an element of maybe morphing into and coming into a sense of loving yourself. You'll be able to be more truthful to yourself. Remember the beginning, I was speaking about some of you don't want to face the truth. So I feel like towards the ending of the year, you may decide to actually look the truth in the eye. Was that person good for me? I know I can't get away from them, but for some reason I have to be with them. And being truthful to others, telling your partner, you know what, I'm not happy with the way things are. I'm not happy with the way you're treating me or the way things are going. I feel like you'll be more truthful to others and to yourself this year. Maybe even telling some of these toxic friends, you know what, we're moving in two different complete directions, but wording it in a nice way, because Libras are very pleasant and peaceful people, right? So you might just say, you know what, I am so busy, like I can't catch up with you. Just doing it in a nice way. But this is Angel of Truth, number 42. So loving yourself first, being true to yourself, which will allow you to then be true to others, right? And then we also have Madonna of Roses, Madonna, sorry. Yeah, it is Madonna of Roses. And it's Heart of a Warrior, number 43. This is number 7. So being more spiritually attuned, I feel, this year for you guys. And also, still keeping that loving, balanced, peaceful nature that Libras have. Still keeping the essence of being a Libra. But at the same time, knowing when to cut other people off. I'm surprised we ain't got Queen of Swords here, right? But knowing when to be, knowing when to create your boundaries with others. So this is what the Heart of Warrior card speaks about, and it ties in with your reading, because you'll be loving yourself, and you will know what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. So I feel like some of you are going to be distancing yourself from certain friends this year, right? And the reason why you'll be doing it is because you will know that this is not what your soul needs anymore. And it doesn't mean you have to do it in a horrible way. Sometimes we outgrow people. That's the way life goes sometimes, unfortunately. But at the same time, knowing to, safeguard your mind first and foremostly because of what you went through. And, still keeping a nice, still having a kind heart about it. That's what I feel. But being true to yourself. So it seems like it's going to be an eventful year, guys. It's speaking of a lot of growth, gradual growth, but I do feel like, your relationship will bring you happiness, but more than your relationship this year, I feel like some sort of creative project is going to bring you happiness. You need to remember to harness the energies of a fire sign. Fire signs are all about, creativity, passion. Remember to ignite that passionate side that you have as well, right? Remember to keep that alive. Pour that into things that you enjoy, which will make you happy. I do see happiness with a relationship with someone. Few ups and downs, but hey, nothing's perfect. I feel like communication is key. Maybe some of you may be deciding to see a counselor because of this issue, but I do see second chances here as well. Guys, I could go on. If you would like a private reading, please go to the description box below, even though I feel like that was a private reading. But guys, take care of yourself, and Happy New Year to you all. Take care of yourself. Peace out.